So I don't want anyone who's listening here today to get kind of confused and think that Mikkel has been a digital nomad for 20 years. I'm not. I'm an expat. So what does that mean? What is an expat? I guess lexicon, vocabulary, this is important. An expat really means someone who leaves their country of birth, moves to another country with the intent of living there for a specified amount of time. Now, when that time is up, they either go back home or they continue on to another country. So I have lots of friends who came overseas for work. They did a 5-year stint. Then they went back to the States. Awesome. They were an expat. For me, I went from one country to another country to another country. I lived in Guatemala for 6 months. Then I lived in Australia for 3 years. And I lived in New Zealand for a year. And I lived in Singapore for a year. And I lived in Abu Dhabi. And I lived in the Middle East. I lived all over these places. So I didn't do that come back period. I guess the real difference is I'm not an immigrant. I didn't move to a country and then spend the rest of my life there. I still hold my Canadian citizenship. I still travel on my Canadian passport. Does all of that make sense? Like
Yes.
we have to kind of define terms. There's nothing wrong with digital nomads or perpetual travelers. I've done that in periods of my life, but I'm an expat.